Olympic champions. You see them there in lane 4, going for back-to-back gold medals. This is so mouth-watering. Lane 1, Thea Helseth and Inga Kavli are the informed European champions, the first female rowers to represent Norway at the Olympics. 28 years, one crew always seems to bring final qualifying regatta form into the Olympics, and that crew could be Britain's Matilda Hodgkins-Byrne and Becky Wild. GB have 4 medals in this boat down the years. Lane 3, Brooke Francis won the silver in this race in Tokyo. Now it's Lucy Spores in the stroke seat, who was in the Kiwi 8 that won silver 3 years ago. Gold medal favourites, Olympic champions Nikita Bodnar, Radis, and beaten for 5 years until very recently. The Netherlands third in Tokyo. Lisa Skennard back for more. It's now Martina Veldhuis in the stroke seat. 2 Olympic silvers, a bronze, never gold for the Dutch in this race. And Elodie Rivera Scaramuzzino and Emma Lunardi, host nation France's one and only hope of a rowing medal at these Paris Olympics.
So many fantastic races in this final. Kiwis look really focused, don't they? This British double have been a revelation, as have the French. These 2 women under real pressure in the semi. They got the win, but Radis and Bodnar, nothing like as dominant as they were in Tokyo. Doubling up in the women's 8 too. An awful lot on the plate. And Antonio Colomanici, Romania's chief coach, has put it there. And Nikita Bodnar there.
Well, we knew this boat division was really open. Could be history, because if the Netherlands get a gold, that would be the first Olympic rowing regatta ever where they've won more than 1 gold at a single Olympics. A final time, women's double sculls. Let's go racing. Norway lane 1, Britain lane 2, New Zealand lane 3. Bodnar Radis, the defending champions from Tokyo 3 years ago, lane 4. Skennard Veldhuis, lane 5 for the Netherlands. France, Rivera, Scaramuzzino and Lunardi lit up this crowd in the qualifiers. Go nearest to us in lane 6. It is the Dutch. Skennard and Veldhuis out quickest.
You'd expect Bodnar and Radis to lead this race. Their ratings up high at 51. The Kiwis actually got out quicker than them, but look at that British boat over the far side. They are now coming up level with the Dutch. Been one of the most sensational boats of this regatta. Really come together recently. Matilda Hodgkins-Byrne and Rebecca Wild. And, well, we'll see on that phase out the starts. Bow number 2 is Great Britain. Bow number 3, the Kiwis hotly tipped to win a medal here, and Bodnar and Radis are having to play second fiddle to the British at the moment.
What about Matilda Hodgkins-Byrne and Becky Wild? Now then, we always say, don't we, one crew seems to bring momentum from final qualifying. They were second behind the Czechs at the FOQR, the Brits of Matilda Hodgkins-Byrne and Becky Wild, and here they are getting out quickest in this Olympic final. But just look through the middle. Splitting them are the Kiwis in lane 3, but Bodnar and Radis, yeah, here they come.
They're up at 42, the Romanians. That's an incredibly high rate for a small boat such as this, and they may hit the first quarter mark in front. Indeed they do. Britain in second place, New Zealand tracking the British. Brave start by the Dutch, and I think the French have got a lot to do in this second quarter if they're going to get back in the race. Becky Wild there, the former swimmer. The Welshwoman looks really, really impressive there. So loose, the 26-year-old from Taunton. But the Olympic champions have that, well, I was going to say it's not a vital margin because the 2 of them are swapping the lead. And the British, technically, they look better than the Romanians. Romania up at that high rate of striking. And don't be fooled by that. You know, they have got places to go in the sprint finish. That's the way the Romanians do it. And there is no one that can race a double scull better than this woman, Simona Radis. But Britain do look to be rowing well. What about the Kiwis, Andrew?
Yeah, silver medalists, weren't they? OK, there's half the crew only in this boat again. So Lucy Spurs has replaced Hannah Osborne from the Sea Forest Waterway with Brooke Francis previously. Donahue, there is great heritage, isn't there? The back-to-back gold medals in this boat class for the Evers Swindell twins in 04 and 08. The Tokyo silver medalist, 5th at the World Champs. The Kiwis are coming. The Kiwis are coming.
Yeah, the British just really lose. Well, it's not they're losing any pace. I think the British have held it. The Kiwis have really moved on in this part, this coming up to 1,000 metres, this second quarter of the second 500s, and they're moving right up to the British. Romania, that high stroke rate, half a length, they've moved out a little bit. Where's that move come from? Radisson Bodnar still up at a high rating, still the quickest moving boat on the course, 17.32. Actually, as I say that, I look to the Kiwi speed, and they're 17.32 kilometres an hour as well. They're matching speeds.
New Zealand at present, look at this, that's how far those crews have got to go. New Zealand challenging the Olympic champions from Romania. Hodgkins, Byrne and Wild are trying desperately to dig in, but the Kiwis are going to pass that bow any moment now. You sense of Hodgkins, Byrne and Wild. Norway over the far side are out of it, and Skennard and Veldhouse are trailing a little as well. Rivera, Scaramazino and Nunati of France are off a cliff. They are not going to contend here. Romania, New Zealand just from Britain.
The Kiwis could win this, you know, with a good third 500. I'm sure that Spores and Francis, they're moving back on the Olympic champions who are still at that high rate of striking. Beautiful technique from the Kiwi double, and their coach James Coote has done a fantastic job. They are going level now. Simona Radis, they're in front of us in the camera. What have you got? Can you answer this Kiwi charge? Can you answer the British charge? They're coming too. Perhaps they could win.
It's Britain well in this medal conversation as well. Radis and Bodnar under threat. The Kiwis are coming through the next checkpoint, 1500. Look at that. They are our front three. Now then, what is the split time? The Kiwis are going to be there just ahead of Romania, who in turn are just ahead of the Brits. It is 0.25. It is a quarter of a second then, 0.55. Hodgkins, Byrne and Wild back in third place. Brooke Francis and Lucy Spores, New Zealand. The Olympic silver medal boat from Tokyo are really taking it to the Romanians. They are past, and Hodgkins, Byrne and Wild are now hunting down the Romanians.
Yeah, but here come the Romanians. They're not done yet. Bodnar looks across. Radis is hurting. There's still more to come for the Romanians, but they've got that vital few metres, the Kiwis. Could this be a fantastic race for Francis and Spores? Matilda Hodgkins-Byrne, her son Frederick in the crowd watching her. You can see it there. Romania just can't find the speed, and Kiwis have moved out again.
Through the red, boys. Red spells danger. Here come Romania. Radis and Bodnar, 6:41, the Olympic best time in Tokyo. Britain just haven't quite got the stamina and strength at the end. Do they have a sprint like in the quad?
Romania are coming.
Kiwis versus Romania, but here come the Olympic champions. All that experience and that knowledge and that street fighting attitude that took the gold medal 3 years ago in Tokyo. That is how close they are as they come up to the end of this women's double sculls race. Do Romania have the sprint? The Kiwis are in the lead just, but Romania at the line. It's going to be the Kiwis from Romania, then Britain with bronze. New Zealand had that stamina. Silver in Tokyo turns to gold in Paris. Romania, the world champions, the Olympic champions, beaten by Brooke Francis and Lucy Spores.
Oh, what a race. Radisson Bodnar, you've got to take your hat off to them. I didn't think they could come back on the Kiwis. They did, but it wasn't enough. And the Evers Swindell sisters that took that double gold in Athens and Beijing. Well, here's another Kiwi double.
Britain. Wow.
Qualifiers.
And here they are on the podium.
Yeah.
It's a third bronze for Britain after 04 and 08. What a race. The Kiwis took down the Romanians, the two-time defending world champions.
Yeah, I just thought the way that Radisson Bodnar had that rating high up, you know, and the Kiwis a lower rating than them, and that's how close it was at the start. And there's the finish drive. Look at the focus of those two Kiwi women. You saw that at the start. Nothing could distract them. Wow.
Absolutely tremendous racing. So that's our first A final of the day. And the Kiwis have a goal.
Well, I don't know if we've got room for any more excitement here at Versuman. 650. And 650.69 to 45. And Britain, the qualifiers,